Hello, and welcome again to CM 162 Living the Christian Faith. Um, as stated before in the introductory video, my name is TJ Kelly, and it is my honor to walk with you as we traverse the process of navigating what it means to effectively live out the Christian faith. First point of emphasis for this week is to read the syllabus. In taking the class, truly the binding, if not contract, at least maybe the manual, I guess you would say, for really understanding and effectively navigating the course is always going to be the course syllabus. So the first step should be to read through the course syllabus and familiarize yourself as best you can with the content therein. There'll be expectations for discussions, assignments, when to post, when the course navigates, and when it begins and ends, the framework, the time, what day of the week. As some weeks run from Monday to Friday, others do not. And courses like this, may run from, let's say, a Tuesday to a Monday, or some other courses run from Saturday through Saturday. And it's best to read through the syllabus, see the natural flow and progression of the course when it begins, and then kind of build your mindset or your framework for that course around the course structure, as it were. And so the first step should be to familiarize yourself with the course syllabus. We even have some instructors on campus who are known to give a quiz on the syllabus the first week. And so it's very important and essential to read through the syllabus and familiarize yourself with it. And when you do, you'll notice some of the framework for the program and some of the objectives for the program. And you'll notice that the focus of this program is truly learning how to, the process of learning how to integrate biblical study and proper biblical study at that, and personal learning that will facilitate a mature spiritual growth that will be continued, that will not simply be limited to this course, but that will continue to grow and heighten and mature throughout the entirety of your life, leading to what I am certain will be a robust ministry and ministry experience. You'll also there'll be a heavy emphasis placed on understanding and developing skills for Christian leadership, developing an understanding of this world that was created for us, that we get to be a part of, and our calling and role and purpose therein, and then really to achieve the basic proficiency of communicating, whether that be through speaking or through writing. Because if we can have all this knowledge, but if we can't effectively articulate it, then we simply become a cul-de-sac where all that information is balled up instead of a conduit through which this wisdom can be placed and trusted into us, and then we can then disperse it to others as we are called to do so. So I would encourage you, first read the syllabi, and then after you've read through the syllabi and you have the information and really understand the heart and purpose of the course, I would encourage you to then read the student guide. The week one student guide will, and the weekly student guides as a whole, will be really the navigation beacon, if you will, for the course. It will guide you and point you in the direction you need to go, and kind of serve as a landmark for which to achieve and effectively meet the expectations for that week. For this first week, you'll notice there's some preparatorial readings that need to be done, chapters 1 through 5 of the Foster textbook, as well as chapters 1 through 4 in Mark. You'll have some discussions that need to be done. The introduction first, and I would encourage you to take the opportunity to do that and do it well. That way we can kind of get a chance to know each other. My introductory video would have told you a little bit about myself. I would love to learn a little more about you. You'll have your week one devotional that you'll want to engage, participate, and finish. And then you'll have a couple discussions. You have your active following discussion, and then your spiritual discipline discussions. And active discussions, it's important to note that active discussions are active because they are ongoing, but also because they have a set time that they have to be activated. They have to be posted by, the postings are due by a certain time. They have response expectations, and I will be engaging in them and reading the discussions and responding and really navigating the course with you. And it's my wonderful honor to get to do so. Uh, but I would encourage you to make sure that you are reading, when what the expectations are for the discussions and when they're posted and the guidelines for those as well. And then you'll have your submissions for week 1, which will be your spiritual disciplines journal and your milestone. You'll want to make sure you dive into those. If you have any questions, as I said, head to the week 1 student guide, and when you go down, you'll see workshop 1 activities, and then it will walk through each of those activities. It will give you the name, for instance, the introductions in your week 1 devotional, and then there'll be a couple paragraphs of instructions that will outline what the expectations are for each of those. And so once again, the main things you'll be focusing on are your introductions in your week 1 devotional, your active following discussion, your week 1 spiritual disciplines discussion, your spiritual disciplines journal, and finally your week 1 milestone. Jump in there and start working on those. Pace yourself, create space, and make sure that there's time and energy. And I would encourage you to. I realize that this is in order to be effective in college, and it often goes without saying, but it's important to note that being disciplined and having an effective practice for as far as assignments, reading, all that stuff. And I have found what works for me as an instructor, and I'm currently finishing up my 11th year of college, and what I have found to be most effective is making certain that I create enough space, and B, I program that space, or it's predetermined space in my calendar for that. And then what I found is it's easy to stress out about all the assignments I have to do unless I create space in the calendar. I understand what the expectations are and how much time it's going to take, and I just create ample space in my calendar for that time, and then I can disregard or not even think about those assignments because I know that throughout the week, built into my calendar, I have space for those. And as long as I honor that space and am disciplined and make certain that I sit down and take the time to do the assignments during that space allotted for it, that I will get everything finished and it will be done satisfactorily. So if you have any questions, as always, please do not hesitate to ask. If you have questions about due dates, responses to any comments that I've made, if you want clarity on why I may have graded something a particular way, please feel free to ask. I would love to expand on it. If you would like to do face-to-face discussions, or if you're just reading and you have questions that you would like answers to, that you would like to discuss. I may not always have the answers, but I'll do my best to at least provide some type of resource, or potentially point you in the right direction. Blessings and good luck this week, and I look forward to reading all of your submissions. Thanks.